Friends, hello, welcome to me talking about Trump media. Let's talk about what's going on here. So obviously, if you don't know, here's what I'm going to tell you. This week in the market, we're expecting to see some troubled waters. There's going to be a lot of announcements. Jerome Powell's going to talk. And let's just be honest, he's not going to say anything good. So if you're expecting he's going to come out with flowers and throw them and say, we are back in order and everything's great, pump the brakes. I'd be careful buying stuff in the market right now because it's probably going to pull back here very soon. So with that being said, talking about the DJT Trump media here, the Donald, the stock today just hit right under $32. Not really expecting much right now. So here's kind of where I'm at with it. And obviously, you know, let me just go ahead and give my little spiel here, because if I don't say it, people are gonna come on here and just write me a 2-page paragraph comment. I know this is a hype play. This is FOMO. The company's not really making money. Blah, 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 blah. This is in and out situation at this moment. There's plays to be made up here until October. So that's all I'm generally talking about. And the survival of this stock, this company, solely depends on Trump winning this election 100%. If you don't believe that, then I feel very bad for you about what's going to happen if he does not win and you're still back holding this. So I don't say it to be mean. I just say that for the reality of what is going on here with this stock. So in the stock and the company are really two different things right now. They are so far apart from each other. It is unreal. So here is the skibby right now. Next Monday, the 15th, the Republican National Convention, which kicks off in Milwaukee, July 15th. We are expecting Trump to name his VP. Finally. So for all the Trump fans, Republicans, just anybody that hates Trump and just wants to know what he's doing, this will be a very exciting moment for you. But more than not, for the investor, for the people trying to make money off this stock right now, here's where I think a lot of us are thinking right now. Obviously, there's two situations that could happen with this. You know, we're seeing probably more than likely this week, going into next week, a pump and a dump once again. So the question is, how big is the pump going to be here going into the Republican convention here? So, you know, at $40 at this point with this stock is not crazy. I mean, this stock can capture $40, you know, within 2-3 trading days very easily. That we've seen this time and time again. Here's where I kind of get concerned that we don't know who he's picked. I mean, it's wrapped up pretty tight here. Obviously, there's people that we suspect it could be Rubio, Gabby, Ben. There's lots of people, and then there's a big list of who I personally hope he does not pick, because it would be terrible for just the sake of there's a lot of people that people are just not fans of them. So I'm hoping you pick someone who's kind of just light-hearted and light, and obviously Vic too, liked by a majority of people, whether it's kind of Republican or Democrat. But all that, selfishly saying that's going to help the stock here. So this is why I go, okay, we had the debate. The debate went kind of flip-flop on us. I think Biden did so bad that just generally because Biden couldn't talk, that it made the stock go sterile, where when we ended the debate, the Democrats were going, well, we've got to pick a new candidate. And, of course, we're talking about Gavin. And, that would be very bad for Trump if Gavin were to step in. But it's not looking like that's going to happen at this point. So I would be very careful this week. I could see this pumping to 35 to 38 easily going into Friday, especially Monday, Tuesday of next week, really seeing what happens with this convention. I'm not expecting much this week. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm not expecting much out of the market this week besides opportunities to buy stocks. Jerome Powell's going to talk this week. We pretty much know what the numbers are going to be. We know that, they're just not going to be like great. Jerome, he's not going to come out and, of course, the Biden administration is going to come out and say, like, everything's better than it's ever been in the history of our country. But, Jerome's going to come out with the real numbers, and we expect inflation just to be a hints down. And, But when it comes to like, insurance, car, house insurance, all that stuff, it's going to pretty much remain the same. But, groceries, all that numbers we're looking at gone down just a tidbit. I don't know how, but they have. So plays in this situation. The last month, we haven't really done a whole lot. We've had some, here's the situation. On June 20th, I made a video somewhere and I was like, hey, this is probably a great time to probably maybe get back in. I know some of you did because you commented, and then we had to shoot back up to almost $40, almost $40 going into that debate. And then, but we still didn't see a lot out of that. Kind of fell flat. But if you were buying that week prior, around June 20th, you were sitting on some money, just a few days later after the debate, and then we just saw the sell-off happen once again. So this has been the story with this stock. It's a pump and dump. But I don't know, I really don't know that we're going to see big numbers here until later into the year when we get into October, especially going into November. September is going to be like, what's going on here? And I think by September, we're going to pretty much know what's going on. Right now, there's still, far as I'm looking, there's still another debate on the books. Like, Trump and Biden are supposed to debate again. I don't say that like, this is great for Trump. I say that like it could go even more disastrous than the first one, and they could really pull Biden and put somebody else in there. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they would do that, because that would not be, I just don't think they could do that. That would be a problem for them. So what I think is going to happen is just a waiting game to see what happens at this Republican convention, the Democrat convention, who is going to be Trump's VP. And, I think September is really going to set us up knowing where we're going with, some kind of a big number going into October, November. If Trump does win in November, I do expect a pump in this stock. I expect a big pump in it, but then I expect a gradual sell-off going into December, just like any other stocks, because we know December is a huge sell-off. That's when everybody's getting rid of their bags. They're just starting over. And people are needing Christmas money. And then January, like I said, if Trump has won by then, he will be, inducted and go, crowned, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we could see another pump in the stock there. But after January with Trump media here, it's gonna be a different ball game with this stock. Then it's gonna be like, okay, what are the numbers? What are the quarterlies? What are the deals? What's the outlook? The buy sell situation with these big numbers could potentially die off. So this is why it's free money at this point. When you see these dips, you buy back in, and then you sell at these big points again. So by Wednesday, this stock could be at $35. So if you're buying it now, you're gonna make some money. That's just how this is. That's how the stock's going. So friends, I'm going to stop yapping. I don't want to talk too much over what I've said. There's not a lot of new news. It's just the same old news, figuring out the different plays with what's going to be happening here. I'm not too excited about this stock until Friday of this week, going into Monday when we have the convention, and seeing what has happened and how this would boost Trump's numbers. Who is this guy going to pick? Who is he going to pick? Is it going to be some no-name, mid-name, or really big name? Or could we see something just really crazy? I'm talking crazy as like, him and Kennedy teamed up together, which there's rumors of that, but they're just, TikTok rumors at this point. I really don't see that happening whatsoever. Friends, take care. Bye-bye.